A boy, Yuji, who has a terrible past and has lived his life as a tamer, was deemed to be the chosen one to save. With his ability and talent, will he successfully achieve this mission of fate? Let's see as we dive into the isekai life. The story begins as we see our protagonist, Yuji, engaging an ugly beast in a battle. The combat is abruptly ended by a flame, and then an odd crystal emanates in the area. Gale, a member of the Adventurers Guild, tries to persuade his companions that he witnessed a slime utilizing fire magic, but they all mock him and conclude he must be dreaming, leaving the other explorers in awe. Since they are aware that Yuji is only very quick, Tamer Branch Chief Aegis is won over by Yuji and agrees to purchase every flower to create portions that will be used, but he observes that a quiet village like theirs won't employ them frequently. Then a scout came bringing a report from the woods to Yuji that the beasts that appeared to them turned out to be slimes. They also learn who the monsters are. Approaching the town, the leader is aware that they are being greatly outnumbered. They concluded that all villagers must depart, so the adventurers decided to continue fighting. Yuji stated he has a plan to conquer the monsters, yet the others didn't consider it sense-making. Will it be really helpful? He describes how he can utilize a dragon bone to create a dragon's flame, but only possible once. He feels certain the magic attack will get rid of all the monsters, but none has any knowledge of such magic among them. Though, Gale is aware of the trick and suggested they try out his plan. Everyone receives a remedy created from the flowers. Yuji speaks with his wolf friend who has some pride and is seen traveling to the town. The wolf is cowardly and chooses the easy route to avoid any fight in his journey. However, he is overjoyed when Yuji provides a boost in speed for him. Yuji arrived at his position, and we observe the others attempting to come at the monsters from above, but it failed. And the actual conflict started when we witness Yuji feeding the dragon the slime to his bone. He then employs his magic creator talent and as well cast a spell. Yuji swiftly searched through the pages of the endless list of potential solutions to ensure the town is secure while attacking. Dryad, Yuji's second friend, explains seeing a mysterious creature in the wood, who has a stone that might be the origin of the monsters. They are able to capture the creature and decide to bring him for interrogation. Unfortunately, the creature ended its life. Later, the pompous wolf returned, then requested help from some of the slimes in Gale's group. He distributes additional magic to them, and Gale predicted that she would witness slime that breathes fire. Though the men are now safe, thanks to Yuji, assured them that they can control the gate. Yuji continues to worry about how he can make sure the intensity of the dragon's breath is reduced to avoid the destruction of the village. He came up with an idea that calls for the careful application of his ability. Lily has been observing the entire time and is amazed by Yuji's talent. She is present, and he requested that she bring Gale and the others back to the city. He is helped by another explorer, but the beast is too powerful. They are willing to put their lives on the line. Even nevertheless, requested that Yuji proceed immediately with his plan. The fate of the slime is uncertain to Yuji if they are capable of helping. The two adventurers are rescued and Yuji activates his magic with a spell to make a barrier surrounding the town. They wonder how he did it. The town is now safeguarded, and Yuji declares that he will set everything on fire since the attack is fierce and none is spared. All the people couldn't comprehend how a tamer gets such great power when the scum announced with pride that they are prepared for any monster that may appear. Nonetheless, are let down by Yuji's instructions not to do anything. The wolf runs across some monsters, as well as Yuji, and informs the team. Yuji couldn't convey more of the magic to avoid being unhealthy. After a while, in order to defeat all the remaining monsters, he unleashes more of his power to destroy the monsters, after which he faces a terrible health effect later. However, the distance is really far away, and they all agree to accept Yuji as the way tracker. He is eager to learn and they are happy to see him. A monster attacked, but Rotus defeated them. Tina knew Rotus as a tracker. The young women disclosed that they are more than just Rotus. After hearing this, he became disturbed. Where the earth is located was their quest, but the dragon is concealing. They choose a fighting formation, but Yuji was excluded. Their journey begins in order to find the opponents. Eugene then gets in touch with the pompous wolf, explains that no enemies are ahead. Despite the monster's population, they could have easily taken care of the creatures, but Yuji wanted to gauge the power. The girls wanted to know how he grew to be such a skilled tracker, but he has no actual response and says he suddenly realized he is capable of doing it one day. They believe he is concealing something, but merely he is unable to adequately express it. They choose to keep watching him. Then, Yuji recalls his arrival. He believed he was nothing in this world. Wolf believes they might have been seen. Nearby are Lisa and Tina, so when Rotus fled, they pursued him. Tina explains that based on her watch, he always makes her nervous. They discuss returning to get Yuji. One cannot but conclude that he is unfit for combat. When Rotus hears a noise, he attacks, but Yuji was able to save someone with a stealth spell of his slime. When Rotus reached his destination, there were 2 valuable girls and a strange man. He suggests that they simply leave the man alone, so he probably just concluded and ended up killing himself. Yuji now realizes that Rotus has joined organizations to collect and sell the group. According to Rotus, the girls will soon be revealed by the forest's traps, and the man claims that disaster will occur. Under the blue moon, an assistant mocks the remark and is made to feel bad about it. The girls choose to flee but only go so far. Upsetting the trap that makes noise, escape is impossible, and they understand they have no choice except to engage in combat. However, the men are surprised to see a monster with an odd appearance. They believe it set off the trap and decided that it would be best to ignore it. To our surprise, he examines Yuga's monsters through an apparently unending list. Most of them are unknown to him, therefore he only makes assumptions based on their names. He uses his magic to move the rainforest medium spell to confirm that it worked as intended. After that, more than he anticipated, Yuji allowed the girls to think about it that the attack was caused by the slime. But Tina knows that the notorious bandit is Jelios. Now that the girls understand Yuji is more able and wish they had inquired him for assistance before. Yuji believes in relating to his history and prefers to not have others rely on him. Clearly, Yuji prefers to keep things quiet. Unlike him, the girls entirely accept that according to Tina, one of them has passed away and should be returned to the city. Yuji, though, persuades them to go on, stating the objective that his slime will enable them to stay clear of any encounters moving forward. However, they are astounded by Yuji's concept. It was launched by him by using his slime directly up into the sky. The slime returns and shows that they can take a nap there in safety. When the slime is demonstrated, they are impressed. They now see value when Yuji gives instructions for them to establish a camp. As they sleep, Yuji considers the bandits' words. He ascertains that the year's blue moon salvation had to be the motivation for the attack from earlier on tomorrow, and not sure what disaster was referring to. The team's journey the following day is to find the Earth Dragon, and in the process, they experience a powerful wind gust. Tina further clarifies that it originates from the Pleasant Canyon as they proceed. Yuji explains that the dragon has not yet been located by his slime. The girls, however, are certain that they will eventually locate it if they observe how they are dependable. Yuji then recalls a recent event registered for his expedition examination. He was unable to comprehend the outcomes of the first time a crystal was used to test magic. Ball detonated on the following test. They had to use their most powerful assault on a boulder. Yuji employed a sparsely effective free ball. The instructor was shocked despite the damage, primarily because he was able to utilize his wand without an incantation, and this caused exceptional damage. He explained how common silent spells are. Magical levels generally make the spell. Yuji once more utilized the fireball but stated the word is set out and fully destroyed the stony object. He determines he needs to look for a weaker spell and discovers a genuine one with all of his power. He uses them to transfer his spells using tests and goop. The girls' skills make them feel like something. If they did encounter any monsters, according to Yuji, the slime exists. They were all defeated, and the girls were speechless by their power. The sky is pitch black, and suddenly everybody feels uneasy. Another priest goes on to say that of the Blue Moon legend, Chief Rayard, and how it foretells impending disaster. Then there came a tremendous boom, thereby making the sky clear to reveal a gigantic animal as his minions returned to Yuji. He then explained to the girls that the dragon that emerged is significantly more potent compared to the dragon they are looking for. On hearing that, they quickly make their way to safety. Canyon used wind gusts to keep the worst monsters currently existing. Yuji sends his crew in advance and employs magic transfers to get rid of any dangers. Yuji's party shows up to discover that the beasts are defeated, and the girls are now safe, once more amazed by the strength of the slime, and make their way out of the slime. They went to the canyon and reported that they have completed the mission, thanks to the threat being eliminated by Yuji's magic. However, the foundation on which his party is. The earth rumbles as feet start to move. The dragon appears. It's now clear that it is located underneath so that it could stay out of the wind gusts. The females flee for cover, but Yuji followed swiftly, explaining his desire to attempt an attack. Tina believes he is crazy since he has no chance whatsoever, but Yuji is extremely assured and makes a decision to begin away with some flimsy wizardry. Not much is accomplished, but he also doesn't wish to create a big scene. He just manages to dodge the dragon's assault and makes the decision to use all his slime. Immediately the rock attacks and the girls can inform the dragon that it is unharmed and start to worry when Yuji is surrounded, but a wind blow dissipates the monster. This clearly shows that Yuji had planned it from the beginning of his rock magic's dust. The wind in addition has produced a cloaking device for his attack to be easy. Yuji casts a spell to make the beast visible and to defeat the Hellfire of Dissonation. The females are happy to meet him because he was still alive. Tina believes he had the slimes igniting the underground fuel to overthrow the dragon, and Yuji simply complies with it. They then went back to the guild. All they had to do was find the ground dragon, leaving the guild operator speechless after learning they were successful. She is shown the grouper and the proof by Yuji, compared to those who are amazed when she displays them the earnings. The task together with the reward for Gelios has given them 14 million yuan as compensation. Yuji is brought to a meeting by Chief Rare. He was the first one to notice the blue dragon of joy. He would like a thorough explanation of the dragon, but Yuji outperforms him by 1-fold. The members of the meeting had never seen anything like it and give praise to the slime for its efforts. Slime then selects the Book of Legends. He searches through his list of spells until he finds photography and transfers the magic to reveal a perfect image of it on paper. According to the story, a dragon once arose and grew beneath a black sky, erasing an entire continent in 3 days. To fight the dragon, a divine envoy with godlike strength was required. Rarit explains that there isn't anyone like that anymore, but he then recalls that a spirit summoning ritual was performed 30 years ago. 1 week ago today, it was intended to call a spirit in order to stave off impending disaster. He explains to everyone present that the blue dragon has grown considerably larger. As a result, people start to panic since the legend appears to be true, and they start to wonder if the end of the world is about to occur in 3 days. The chief determines that an attack on the dragon is necessary and makes that decision. The girls locate Yuji the following morning and inform him that they will be joining him in the fight, and that they will receive a massive bonus for doing so. Then there is more assurance than ever. But nevertheless, Yuji wonders why he was picked. Simply put, because the divine has deemed it to be so that evening. Yuji muses on how challenging the upcoming struggle will be. Yuji believes he is sometimes unusually weak, but the instructor clarifies that he meant to be excessively strong. Yuji sends his troops ahead and utilizes the spell transfers to neutralize any dangers after giving it some thought. Father Stale then gives Yuji a priceless relic in the hopes that he will find a useful use for it. When Yuji analyzes it, he discovers that it is called the Dagger of Kethys and that it will concentrate the wielder's abilities at the tip of its blade. When Yuji inquires as to why he was chosen, Stale simply replies that the divine has deemed it so. If you enjoy this video and are willing to see more, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on so you never miss our future video. Until next time, take care.